Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is great to see you, it really is. Episode 55 now, and of course, we are over at my new location. Now this is the future fishing town. If you missed out on the end of the last episode, then that is what we have been working on recently. We've only done a tiny amount of it, as you can see. It looks like a bit of a train wreck at the minute. There's not a whole lot going on, let's be honest. Most of it is just tree trunks and bare grass, but soon enough, this place is going to be transformed into something that I think is going to look really good. I've got a picture of it inside my brain, and by the look of things, inside my head anyway, it's going to be cool. So I'm looking forward to building this and taking you through the project, showing you the ins and outs of what I'm up to. But the first thing that we want to talk about today is a little bit more on the negative side of things, and it's something extremely small that I just want to brush over, and that is to do with Jevin's elevator. Now that thing worked absolutely brilliantly, and the response to me building it was fantastic, and also the response to me building it on Jevin's channel was pretty good as well. But a few of the people on here on my channel were saying, look, you have done that job a little bit cheaply, it doesn't actually go down, and you did it in a bit of a rush, it doesn't look too good. And I just want to quickly say that I did in fact send the elevator design to Jevin, and he said that it was great, it would work perfectly, build that one. So there we go, that is the down low on that one. But anyway, what are we going to be doing at the start of this episode? Well, I think that a cleanup operation is in order, don't you? I mean, look at this place. It is horrible. This is not the future possibility of a metropolis. No, this looks like a bit of a wreck. So what we're going to be doing is just clearing it up, getting rid of all of these tree logs and things, and making it look a little bit more presentable. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. Now, I just thought I would record this very quick little time-lapse so that I could fit in a few things that I forgot to mention right at the start there. I just went straight into must clear logs mode, and that's probably not the best mode to be in. So here we go. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is my second channel. Now, I'm sure there are a large number of people that have just jumped back in their seats like, whoa, Mumbo has a second channel. Well, don't worry, you haven't missed anything, because I haven't actually uploaded anything to it yet, and that is what I'm going to talk about now. Basically, when I recorded that next car game video and I said that I was going to be uploading videos of other games onto my second channel, I think some of you got the wrong idea. Some of you assumed that I was going to be doing, like, videos every other day on other games, and you were going to get a very strong schedule on that channel, and that simply is not the case. I planned on uploading one video every 3 weeks or so, and as soon as I mentioned that, people were like, dude, what is the point in having a second channel? And I sort of took a step back myself, and I was like, you know what, you might have a point there. So here's the thing. Very occasionally on the Mumbo Jumbo channel, you are going to be receiving videos of me playing other games. Now, when I say occasionally, I mean once every 2 or 3 weeks, nothing more than that, and it should be a lot of fun. If you do enjoy the Hermitcraft series, then I would highly suggest checking them out, because generally speaking, I sound like I'm a lot more relaxed, and I feel a lot more comfortable playing other games than Minecraft, because Minecraft, I feel like I have to take quite seriously. You know, I have to do things, I have to make progress, I have to work hard. In other games, it's sort of my let the hair down and just let loose and do some fun stuff on the video. Now, good news for all of you is that I am going to be releasing a video of me playing Assetto Corsa tomorrow, so you have that to look forward to, and that was a lot of fun to record. It's only about 4 or 5 minutes, but it's just me driving about. I have my steering wheel and pedals set up. At some point, I will be investing in that facecam webcam, so you can see me playing those driving games with the steering wheel. It really is a lot of fun, and I would suggest checking out that video when it releases. But anyway, back to Hermitcraft. As you just saw from that time-lapse footage there, I have cleared out the forest. Yes, it was a long time coming, I suppose you could say, and it didn't really take that long actually, because they were just individual logs dotted about. It didn't take too long, although... Oh, no! Don't, no! Ooh, that was close. I did not want a big hole in our landscape there. There's already one down there. I don't want to be adding to that. I mean, the mobs are spawning like crazy, and that is because we have got rid of all of the leaves. And I think the next thing that we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to light up this place, because otherwise we're going to have a right old time with the mobs in the darkness, which is what it's like right now. They are just spawning everywhere, and skeletons these days are very overpowered. Zombies can track you from a mile off, and creepers are just... well, they're just creepers, aren't they? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to light up this area and hopefully make it a little bit more user-friendly. Now that everything is a little bit more visible, I want to quickly chat to you about a few of the things that I have planned here. So the first thing that we have got to do is we have got to create a perimeter wall. And I think that is going to follow the tree line that we have going on here. We've created actually quite a nice tree line going around what we want it to be. Oh, no, oh no! Oh, whoa. Jesus, I just jumped out of my skin. I've never done that before. Oh, sorry about making that noise on camera, and I apologise for the deaths of all of those using headphones. But anyway, like I was saying, we want the wall to follow the tree line, and it's going to go around like this. And I don't know what kind of wall I want to do. I'm almost considering doing like a large grand wall that looks fairly medieval and then follows down to the waterline there and stops sort of out off in the ocean. I think that would look fairly cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into a testing world and see what I can create. Okay, I've spent a little while trying to come up with various different designs for fences, and this is what I've come up with. Yeah, it's not particularly adventurous, is it? I mean, really, I was hoping that I would just completely change my ways and come up with various different ways in which I could build things, but it turns out I'm just doing things exactly the same as I usually do. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like this is a bad design. I don't feel like this is too particularly boring, although it is a little bit boring, let's face it. But the issue is I feel like we could do so much more. So what I'm going to do, instead of just keeping on trying with this one, I'm going to take to the internet and see if someone has come up with a cooler fence design. If they have, then I will use that in my base, and if not, then I guess we are going to be going for a slightly improved version of this fence. Aha! As you saw earlier, this is the original, and, well, yeah, like I said, it was a little bit boring. But thank you to Madness64, I will put a link to his YouTube channel in the description, and I will also put a link to the tutorial in this description. He has actually made a much better looking version of this fence. Now, I just went onto YouTube, the video was uploaded probably about 8 months ago now, but as you can see, it uses fairly similar resources. You know, it uses the stone brick and the fence posts, the same sort of things that I was trying to get away from, but it uses them in a completely different way, one that looks a lot more medieval, and I really like it. So this is the fence design I'm going to be using in my base. Like I say, there is a video tutorial down in the description by a guy called Madness64. I used to watch his videos, and I still do watch his videos. He is a brilliant YouTuber, and I would suggest checking him out. So like I say, links in the description. We have some crazy mob mayhem going on here, but something really odd just happened. A creeper just blew up, and it has exposed someone's hidey hole. Someone has been camping out here. They had a bed. Look, they've got dirt, and, well, that's about it, really. But there's a small tunnel. It doesn't go anywhere. That is so strange. Can anyone shed light on this? Anyone that has watched all of the Hermitcraft episodes, please let me know whose hidey hole this is, because if I'm honest, I'm a little bit creeped out. I feel like somebody has been camping out on the outside, out on the outskirts of my base. It's a little bit worrying. It really is. I don't think I fully anticipated just how large this perimeter fence is going to be. So I have brought a huge number of resources. I have done a bunch of resource gathering over by the mine and also over by the wood farm. So as you can see, yes, we've got loads and loads of stone and quite a bit of wood. Now, I honestly cannot tell if that is going to be enough, especially in the wood department, because we have to do the pillars and also the fence posts. So I might have to end up going back and getting more wood. I like I say, had not fully appreciated the size of this project. But anyway, I think the first thing that we have got to do is place down all of the wooden pillars and get a rough idea of where this thing is going. So I'm going to begin by doing that, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. All of the pillars are now in place, and this is what is going to guide us around our potential base. So I will take you along the line because, okay, this is a really long way. It is quite a large perimeter. I have depleted my wood supplies quite substantially here, About 2 stacks have gone now, but basically it goes up like this and then it goes up. It took me quite a long time to sort of consider how I was going to do the fences doing an incline. I was thinking about angling the design a little bit, but no, what I'm going to do is each time there is a link, I will just put it up like this. But anyway, it will go up like this and then it will take a turn here and sort of wind around a little bit. What I really wanted to avoid was having a perfectly rectangular base. I just don't think that looks that good, so it winds around here, then goes down here, and then it goes down the straight like this, all the way up to the sea. And as you can see, yeah, it's quite a long way, and straight up we have used a lot of wood, but now what we have to do is we have to get down all of these stone brick stairs, and this is what is going to take the longest part, because there is quite a detailed fence, you know, it is quite a fancy looking fence, and fancy looking fences are fine if you're going to build them for say like 10 meters or so, but when you're building them for this length of time with that same old repeating pattern, it's going to get pretty boring pretty quickly. So hold on to my sanity and I will catch you guys in a little bit. There we go, the bottom part of our fence is now complete, and also I have put all of the fence posts in as well. Yes, I did have that bit of a special moment where I got it wrong, but I have put it back to how it used to be, and let me just say, I think it looks brilliant. I really am happy with the way that this fence is coming together, because it's a good starting point, it really is. If you have a nice looking fence going around your base, it is going to make you want to build nice looking things. It's quite simple. Now the issue is that in my old base, or at least my current base, just the one that I'm not in right now, the jungle one, I have like an alright fence there. The sort of jungle wood and fence post one, I think it looks okay, but really we could have done with something like this, because this is a lot cooler. Anyway, there is only a few more things that I have to do, just place down some of the stone half slabs and other bits and bobs, and it shouldn't take too long, so I am going to get on with that, and we will see what it looks like once it is done. The fence is complete, the fence is complete, ladies and gentlemen, and may I just say, it is looking brilliant. It really is looking good. It is a striking looking little thing, going right the way around my base. It looks very armoured, like, this is a meaty looking fishing town, and I can tell with this sort of background look, I'm excited for this project. I hope that you are as well, because yeah, it looks good. And like I say, thank you to Madness64 for providing the design and the really helpful tutorial that went with it. As I've mentioned before, he is a great YouTuber if you want to see various different ways to build things like this. Now let me just give a quick disclaimer. Number one, he doesn't just build fences, and number two, he has not paid me to say all this stuff. Like I say, I just do enjoy his videos and his channel, and I think they are really helpful when it comes to building things, especially if you're not used to building in this sort of style, which I certainly am not. So anyway, the fence is done, and now we are going to be moving on to something else, hopefully a little bit more interesting. You know, I just said, hopefully now we can move on to something a little bit more interesting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your socks, because I'm about to blow your brain boxes. We're going to start working on paths and roads, infrastructure. I'm just going to let that sink in for a while, because I can tell that you are just shaking in your chairs with excitement. Okay, I know. So far in this episode, we've built a fence, and now we are going to be working on a road. It really isn't Guinness World Records of excitement levels, is it? But let's be honest, these are the essential building blocks that you need to be starting a town, and if we have these things in place, that means that we can then move on to more awesome projects in the future. Now, like I say, building roads, it's not too cool, but it will look good. It will add like the towny effect to the build. So what I'm thinking is, obviously this is our entrance here, and the road will sort of come in, wind round, and then we might have like an elevated, oh my god, that would be awesome. So we have like an elevated section here, then it comes back around, and all the way along you have little like pathways, small ones just heading off it, and eventually they will have houses and businesses off on those little pathways. So that is the plan. We are going to start work on the main road going through the middle of the town, and then eventually we will add the little pathways in, and hopefully it should create an almost finished looking shell in which we can start working on. So I'm pretty excited. Don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly excited. Seriously, what is going on? Oh, the lag spikes are back. I don't understand what it could be because I'm so far from my base right now. There we go, they've stopped. I don't understand why that is. I'm now playing on like minimal smooth lighting and it looks absolutely horrible, and that is because that keeps happening and I cannot explain it. So please, someone who understands these things, let me know what is going on there. I've heard some other people are having these problems. I don't understand them myself, but just let me know because I want to fix them. Our first and main path is in place now and it looks really good. I have gone for a cobblestone and normal stone look and it creates a sort of like shabby, broken up pathway, and I know I seem to say this a lot, but I do like the broken effect, and of course because this is like an old school town, once again that sort of style fits in. I was going to use stone bricks, but I was like, no, best to not do that. I'll just go for very similar blocks instead. So yes, I think this looks pretty good, especially as a main town pathway. Now the way that I've done it, I didn't do the elevated platform in the end, just because I felt like, I don't know, it wouldn't work too well, and also this is meant to be based around a medieval fishing town, and I personally don't feel like they would have crazy old elevated paths up there. It just doesn't really suit the style, so instead I've gone for a normal sort of broken up pathway. It's quite wide, you can clearly tell it is the main road, but now what we are going to do is do some of the splits off it. So we want one going off in this direction at least, and then one heading down by the beach, so then we can have some fishing huts down here, and also our pier heading off in that direction, and then also perhaps another path heading off in this direction. However, I don't know if I'm going to do that one, simply because it might not be necessary. We might not end up using this part. However, this is the perfect spot to do a lighthouse. Now I know that is very unmedieval, but perhaps we could do it like a beacon, so we can have like fire at the top and then an actual beacon going through the middle of it. That would be really, really cool. So that could be a project in the next episode. Please let me know in the comment section if you want me to do something like that, because that would be awesome. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work on my paths and let's see what it looks like. And there we go. All of our pathways are now in place, and I thought I would hop on top of this dirt pillar up here just to give you an aerial view of what we have going on, so you can clearly see just what we have done in today's episode, because I know it has felt like an extremely boring one. Fences and roads, I know. It's not particularly exciting. No matter how I say it, no matter how much enthusiasm I put into those words, they're never going to become exciting. But this has been a very important episode in the process of building this town, and I actually feel like I am very happy with the outcome of this. Just standing up here allows you to see that we have cleared out this entire area here. We've got fences going around like that. We have lit up the area so that it is now mob proof, and also we have got a badass looking fence going around our future town. So there we go. I am happy with this one, and I think that we can create something really cool here. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today, folks. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.